From the outside, Michael Jackson's childhood seemed like a dream. Fame, cameras, screaming fans. What child wouldn't want that? But the reality was far from glamorous. Born in 1958 in Gary, Indiana, into a family of 9 children, Michael's earliest memories were of constant pressure and discipline. His father, Joseph Jackson, recognized the talent in his children and believed they could achieve greatness, but he ran their lives like a strict boot camp. Rehearsals were grueling, mistakes were punished, and playtime was a luxury Michael never had. While other kids were learning to ride bikes or playing with friends, he was learning choreography, vocal control, and perfection. Michael was the youngest of the Jackson 5, but it was clear from early on that he was special. His voice, unmatched even among his talented siblings, quickly made him the focal point of the group. He carried the weight of the band's success on his small shoulders, but beneath the glittering performances was a child forced to grow up too fast. He suffered from exhaustion, emotional suppression, and a longing for the simple joys other children enjoyed. The Jackson 5 catapulted him into national fame, yet his personal life remained restricted, controlled, and far from normal. The seeds of his later life's complexities, his perfectionism, anxiety, and desire for a safe, imaginative world, were planted in those early years. Behind the applause and medals, a young boy was silently asking for the childhood he was never allowed to live.
Michael's talent could not be contained for long. By his early teens, he embarked on a solo career, signing with Motown and releasing albums that shocked the world. At just 14, he had a chart-topping single, making him one of the youngest artists to dominate American radio. But the accolades masked the challenges behind the scenes. Tours, television appearances, and recording sessions were relentless. During this time, he also met Quincy Jones, whose collaboration would define Michael's career. Jones produced albums that became cultural landmarks, including Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad. Even with monumental success, Michael faced unimaginable obstacles. On a Pepsi commercial set, an accident left his hair on fire, causing second-degree burns and prompting a lifelong relationship with cosmetic surgery. These events were traumatic, yet Michael responded in a way that revealed a hidden side. He donated the settlement money to burn victims and began his extensive charitable work. Despite his achievements, he navigated betrayal, family disputes over money, and the intense scrutiny of media that seemed obsessed with criticizing him. Every public victory came with private struggle, shaping a man whose brilliance was inseparable from his pain.
By the mid-1980s, Michael Jackson had built a personal sanctuary in California, Neverland Ranch, a sprawling estate complete with a Ferris wheel, train, zoo animals, and amusement rides. Neverland was a place where he could escape from the relentless pressures of fame and experience the childhood he never had. Here, he welcomed children from around the world, creating a safe and magical environment, offering them joy and freedom he had been denied. Bubbles, his beloved chimpanzee, became a companion and symbol of this world where innocence and imagination ruled. Yet, as he embraced this whimsical life, the media and public grew suspicious. Innocent gestures were misinterpreted, private moments became controversies, and the line between generosity and perceived impropriety blurred. Neverland was both a haven and a battleground. It allowed Michael to reclaim some joy, but it also exposed him to relentless judgment, highlighting the tension between his need for connection and society's inability to understand his unique world.
Romance was never simple for Michael. His early relationships were complicated by his fame and by personal insecurities stemming from a deprived childhood. In 1994, he married Lisa Marie Presley, the daughter of the legendary Elvis Presley. This union, intensely scrutinized by the media, was fraught with expectations, public appearances, and personal disappointments. Michael longed for family and a normal fatherhood experience, yet the marriage revealed deep incompatibility. Despite the outward glamour, including a famous televised kiss watched by millions, the couple's relationship struggled with emotional distance and diverging desires. Lisa Marie ultimately refused to have children with him, which was one of Michael's deepest aspirations. This period highlighted the complex intersection of Michael's personal longing for family and society's intrusion into his most intimate decisions. He sought connection, understanding, and love, but the world seemed determined to misinterpret every gesture.
In 1993, Michael's life was shaken by shocking accusations of child molestation. The media frenzy was immediate and relentless, turning whispers into global headlines. A 13-year-old boy and his father accused Michael of indecent conduct, and the story quickly became a symbol of public vilification. Family members and media outlets played complicated roles, some amplifying the accusations for personal gain. Michael faced psychological collapse, turning to painkillers for relief from emotional trauma and physical pain from previous accidents. Concerts were canceled, and the man who had once filled arenas with joyous fans became a figure of suspicion and scorn. Even when evidence was inconclusive and the legal case was settled out of court, the damage was done. His public image was fractured, his emotional stability shaken, and the pressures of fame collided violently with personal pain. This turning point revealed how fragile a life lived under the microscope could be, and how even a legend could feel abandoned by the world he had once thrilled.
Fatherhood became Michael's refuge and his mission. His children, Prince, Paris, and Blanket, were the anchors of a life constantly under threat from public scrutiny and media intrusion. He surrounded them with nurses and caregivers, attempting to balance protection and affection in a world that seemed perpetually hostile. Michael's choices, like having a surrogate for his youngest child and lifting him over a hotel balcony in Berlin, were widely criticized. Yet they were born from a desire to connect with his children and share love in a protective, if sometimes reckless, manner. Throughout this period, Michael maintained his charitable efforts, supporting refugees, hospitals, and children in need worldwide. Neverland remained a sanctuary for his children and those he wanted to shield from suffering. Yet, even in these moments of joy, the pressures of fame, lawsuits, and public judgment never ceased, leaving Michael to navigate a complex maze of parenthood, generosity, and relentless scrutiny.
Despite challenges, Michael Jackson's career continued to flourish artistically. Albums like Blood on the Dance Floor, History, and Invincible kept him at the top of global charts. Yet financial disputes, particularly with Sony Music, and new allegations of misconduct renewed media attention and public pressure. The Martin Bashir documentary in 2003 reignited controversies over his relationships with children, reinforcing a pattern of misunderstanding and misrepresentation. At the same time, Michael faced increasing isolation and stress, compounded by debt and contractual disputes. While he continued releasing music and contributing to charity, his personal life was under siege. His mental and physical health deteriorated under the twin pressures of public scrutiny and private obligations. Even the artist who had once commanded the world's stages felt trapped, constantly defending his character and creativity against a society quick to judge and slow to understand.
Michael Jackson died on June 25, 2009, at the age of 50 from cardiac arrest caused by an overdose of the anesthetic propofol, which his personal physician prescribed to help him sleep. He was pronounced dead at a Los Angeles hospital. Thus ended the story of the greatest pop singer in history, the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And see you soon.